Welcome back, folks, to Investor Diaries. Now, we've all heard of Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter. And a lot of you reached out to us asking what is going to happen to Tesla stocks or what is going to happen to Twitter stocks, because we've all heard Twitter is going to go private. So let's get into it.
So while we're not going to cover about the events that led to the Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, we want to cover what lies ahead for Twitter's stakeholders, as we believe that that's going to be more valuable for folks out there. Now, if there are folks who are interested to know more about the events that led to the acquisition, do let us know in the comment section below, and we'll try to do a whole section on the path that Elon Musk took to acquire Twitter.
And if you've not already done so, please smash the subscribe button right now to ensure that you receive the latest and greatest content from Investor Diaries. Now let's get into the details of what lies ahead of you if you're a Twitter shareholder at this point of time.
So today, during the time of recording the video, Twitter is still a publicly traded company on New York Stock Exchange. The stock is trading roughly about $50 a piece. This means that for roughly about $50 a share, you can own a slice of this social media giant.
So once Elon Musk follows through on his promise to take the company private, the ability to buy and sell stocks through your regular brokerage accounts will be over with. But even though Elon Musk has initiated the process and he's in close coordination with the Twitter executives, at this point of time, you're still able to buy or sell Twitter stocks.
Now, a few things to keep in mind. Even though the deal was announced recently, that doesn't mean you cannot continue to buy and sell. However, we strongly believe that the share price will continue to remain volatile until the deal actually closes and the stock is taken private and delisted from the New York Stock Exchange.
And although it is all speculative at this point of time, we feel that it is months rather than weeks before it is actually delisted. So you have a little bit of wiggle room in which you can buy or sell your Twitter stocks. Now, for the more advanced traders, we feel that this is a great opportunity to load on some call options as a way to bet on the positive reaction if the deal is actually closed.
So if you want an ownership stake in Twitter before it's taken private, you'll need to open a brokerage account where you can buy and sell stocks. However, like we said before, this stock could be volatile because there is a lot of uncertainty whether this deal will actually close due to regulatory hurdles. So we would like to caution all investors to not buy above $54, as this could likely result in a loss. Elon Musk's bid was $54.20 a share. So if the deal closes, that's a maximum you would make or you would get for your stake in Twitter.
So the next question is, what happens to the Twitter stock once it gets private? So whether you hold one stock of Twitter, 100 stocks of Twitter, or 1,000 stocks of Twitter, in all these cases, you are going to be getting a tender offer. The tender offer basically means that the new owner is essentially buying your shares from you, typically at a premium. So we'll take a very quick example and try to understand what this all means in the bigger context. So let's just say that earlier in the year, in January, you bought 100 stocks of Twitter, and that point of time it was trading at 34.20. Now to buy 100 stocks of Twitter, you needed $3,420. Now Musk is actually paying $54.20 a stock, which means that you are going to be getting $5,420 for the 100 stocks of Twitter that you actually bought earlier this year.
So now what happens to all the Twitter shareholders? So essentially, if the privatization goes through, all the shares would be cashed out for the value of the shares at that time. So either way, it's not going to be like you're going to be left with nothing. If the deal actually closes tomorrow and you've bought it today, you're actually going to make that premium from today's price to the price that Elon Musk is paying for Twitter.
Now, depending on how long you've owned Twitter stocks, you are going to be paying, say, short-term capital gains tax or long-term capital gains tax in either of these situations. Our general suggestion and recommendation is you should definitely speak to your tax specialist so that you're doing the right things as far as tax filing is concerned.
So if you currently own shares in Twitter or plan to buy some before the acquisition is closed, it is important to have a financial plan in place, because if the company is taken private, you would be paid out for your equity in Twitter. And you should plan strategically what you want to do with those returns, including either filling your emergency fund, paying off your debt, or investing in your future retirement.
But one thing is very clear, that the stock of Twitter over the next few months till the deal actually closes is going to be extremely volatile. So if you don't have a position in Twitter right now, Investor Diary's recommendation would be that it is not worth it to actually get into Twitter at this point of time. Well, if you have a position in Twitter right now, then you could wait it out because you might actually get a little more money. But in either of these cases, we should not forget the fact that this will be extremely volatile over the next few months.
That's a wrap for today, folks. Do let us know what you're going to do with your Twitter shares. Are you going to hold or are you going to sell now in the anticipation of the close? Until next time, stay tuned and stay focused. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.